Hey guys, Augiesaint here and welcome to another week of the loot cave / components and reactors. We are on the reset for this week. Now it doesn't seem like we are kind of making like a rotation back around to the same week as I thought. So we might have to start updating the Bible. As you guys can see in the background, we have quite a few weeks now adding up. We've done this now for 4 weeks. I believe this is week 4 now. So next week we'll confirm if it goes back to this week, and then if it does, we can just rotate between the weeks over and over. But if not, we're just gonna have to remake, and we'll actually start deleting these as the Bible is now getting quite lengthy. There's a lot of stuff in here, so make sure you guys are checking this out. We're updating this with all kinds of information as we go along in the first Descendants. But without further ado, let's hop into this week's best farming spots. So if we have a look over here, we have memory and processors dropping this week, which is the fridge as well as the CPUs. And there we have underlined the most important stats that we reckon. This is for like defensive stats, so the best stats you could get on there. But obviously if you are going for like a farming piece, then firearm proficiency and gold rate would be much better for you. And again, on the bottom one, like the item acquisition distance or the equipment drop rate is probably better for a farming piece. And most of the time when you are farming these, you'll probably be farming them for like farming sets, because most of the time for your damage sets, you will be using the actual set bonus components. And we're also going to make a video pretty soon covering components and reactors on the channel, so stay tuned for that. And then a quick note before we get into the actual spots. This week we are starting to add notable reactor spots for the week. As you can see, that we have a Freyner, Bunny, Volby, and a Blair one. These are all general rounds, as I feel like those are the only times I will recommend something, is when it's a general round reactor, just more accessible. Or maybe if there's an impact reactor for Le Pic, we would recommend that as well. So these are notably the best ones for the week. So without further ado, let's hop on to the first farming spot, which is going to be for memory. Now we're going to the sterile lands on the repository, and we're going to be doing the Kuiper mine mission right over there. As you can see in the background, I'm sure you guys all know about this one. This used to be a very good mission that a lot of us farmed for gold and Kuiper back in the day, but there's better spots now. It's not a bad mission overall. We have actually tested the gold per hour on this recently. I believe this is like the 3rd or the 4th highest out of the gold per hour, with the Volby runs and then obviously the Bunny runs being higher than this. And if you want to get yourself a gold rolled memory this week, they drop like candy over here. You can just sit in the mission. So you start the mission, you kill all the enemies until you have to activate the little hack thing. And then once you hack the terminal, it lets you collect 7 of the Kuiper mines. Don't collect the Kuiper mines, just sit in the middle. You can jump up and down on Bunny, or you can just run in a circle and just kill stuff. You can even do this on a Volby, Luna, anybody with decent AoE, as the mobs pretty much just spawn around the middle. So it's very easy in a small little AoE area. You can just sit there and kill them until the mission fails, and you can restart and do it again. And then we move over to the processor spot this week in sterile lands as well, but we come to the left over at Rockfall in the anticipated ambush point. Now I'm sure you guys all know about this mission. You've been ambushed, or did you let it happen? So with that said, go disable your voice lines, otherwise you are going to hate farming missions. I never play with voice lines on. Shout out to people that can play with voice lines on. I cannot do it. So as you guys know, you just run around in a circle, very fast mission, 25-30 seconds, and you're out there before Sharon can finish her voice line, and she starts it all up from the beginning again. Turn off voice lines, you'll thank me later. This is a really good spot for the week, and this is also a great spot for the code breakers. So if you are still looking for vault keys to go get Enzo mods, or just Kuiper, or just materials from the vaults, this is a really good spot for dropping vault keys. So that is like an added bonus, plus you get a bunch of other stuff as well, like the artificial biometals or the negative ion particles. Now we average between 2 to 6 processes per run, so 2 being like the lowest and then 6 being like the best run we had, but we never seem to get less than 2 processes. So 2 to 6 processes, what you're looking at in about 30 seconds, so you can easily farm between 4 and 12 processes a minute. So that's quite a lot to go through, as well as all the bonus stuff like the Kuiper, as well as some gold, and then the code breakers that you'll be getting extra in that spot. So very good farming spot overall. It's definitely in the top 5 farming spots overall. So that is your best bet for processes for the week. And then the last spot I got for you guys this week is the Ruins in Vespers over at the Ruins Courtyard mission. Now this is going to be the best mission to get yourself a Bunny reactor. If you guys are like me and you still have not gotten yourselves the perfect min-max Bunny, even though I've played Bunny for countless hours, and since the game came out pretty much, I have still not gotten my double gold roll, really god roll reactor for the Bunny. So we'll be sitting there a little bit this week trying to get those as well. And this is another great spot for code breakers as well, because there's quite a few enemies with the orange health bars. And if you guys did not know, the orange health bar enemies have a chance to drop the code breakers, as well as the yellow barred enemies. So both of those have a chance to drop code breakers. And it's very fast, about 1 minute and 15 seconds, and I seem to be getting between 4 and 5 reactors. So pretty good run overall. You just run that over and over and try and get yourself that God rolled bunny reactor. And then lastly, before I leave you guys, I'm just going to show you the reactors for the week that I recommend. So the one over there, Freyna one, is Toxic Tech. So this is the one I recommend for Freyna. Then this is the one we recommend for Volby, as Dimension is her second two abilities, the Cleanup as well as the Splash move, which is the ones that you're going to be using mainly for the damage. And so it's a General Rounds one, as I recommend for her. Try and get a Thunder Cage one on that. And for the Freyna, you want to try and get a Python one over there. And then for the Blair one, we have this one over here in the Fallen Theater with Dimension Fire. I believe his last two skills scale off of Dimension. And then a weapon you could look for on him would probably be the Enduring Legacy, as that does reduce the target's fire resistance. So that's a really good one to try and get on your Blair. That's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, please drop a like and a sub on the channel. It helps me out so much. You can also find the Bible link down below in the description, so make sure you check that out. And then come drop on by the streams at twitch.tv/Augiesaint. I'd love to see you guys there. We're always chatting with everybody. We like helping you guys out as much as we can and just hanging out and having a good time. So I'm going to love you guys and leave you guys, and I'll see you on the streams as well as the next video. Augiesaint out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying